Chapter 16. Long-run growth. In almost all countries, output per worker, labor productivity, has been growing over time. The growth process, from agriculture to industry. All societies face limits imposed by the resources and technologies available to them. Economic growth expands these limits and shifts society's production possibilities frontier up and to the right. There is considerable variation across the globe in growth rates. Some countries, particularly in Southeast Asia, appear to be catching up. The process by which some less developed, poorer countries experience high growth and begin to catch up to more developed areas is known as convergence. Sources of economic growth. An aggregate production function embodies the relationship between inputs, the labor force, and the stock of capital, and total national output. A number of factors contribute to economic growth. 1. An increase in the labor supply. 2. An increase in physical capital, plant and equipment. 3. An increase in the quality of the labor supply, human capital. 4. An increase in the quality of physical capital, embodied technical change. And 5. Disembodied technical change, for example, an increase in managerial skills. The growth rate of labor productivity in the United States has decreased from about 3.3% in the 1950s and 1960s to about 2.0% in the 1990s and 2000s. It was only about 1.6% in the 1970s. Growth and the environment and issues of sustainability. As countries begin to develop and industrialize, environmental problems are common. As development progresses further, however, most countries experience improvements in their environmental quality. The limits placed on a country's growth by its natural resources have been debated for several hundred years. Growth strategies based on extraction of resources may pose special challenges to a country's growth.